This is the GIS Evening Report for Monday, June 3rd, 2024. I am Chrisanne Mitchell. In the headlines, NADMA increases approved emergency shelters for the 2024 hurricane season, and Prime Minister Honorable Deacon Mitchell pledges to increase investment in the RGPF for the next 50 years. We'll have details to these stories and more after the break. Join us for the upcoming sitting of Parliament from June 4th to 7th, 2024. Come witness the live debate on the new Firearms Act and the new Education Bill, among others, that will affect all citizens of Grenada. Members of Parliament will also give updates on their constituencies and the government's last 2 years in office. Remember, you are all invited, so save the dates. House of Representatives, Tuesday, June 4th and Wednesday, June 5th, 2024. Sitting of the Senate, Thursday, June 6th and Friday, June 7th, 2024. Happening at the Grenada Houses of Parliament, Mount Welldale, St. George's. Welcome back. The National Disaster Management Agency, NADMA, has published the official list of emergency shelters for 2024 to 2025. Each building was thoroughly inspected and approved after meeting the necessary criteria. A total of 33 facilities were approved under the category of secondary shelters. This year, 105 shelters were approved, 5 more than in 2023. The parish of St. George has 36 primary shelters and 8 secondary shelters. Shelters in the town of St. George include Anglican High School, Grenada Boys Secondary School, St. Joseph's Convent St. George's, J.W. Fletcher Catholic Secondary School, Presentation Brothers College, St. George's Anglican Junior School ground floor, St. George's SDA Church and School. Dominic Jeremiah, head of the National Shelter Management Committee, announced the list of the shelters on Monday. He outlined the shelters for western side of the island.
St. John's, Mongrambi SDA Church, Concord SDA Church, New Life Organization, NULO, St. Rose Modern Secondary School, St. Peter's Catholic School, St. John's Christian Secondary School, Maran Development Center, Gov Mini Stadium, Grand Roy Government School, Concord Government School. St. Mark, Fellowship New Testament Church, St. Mark's Secondary School, Union Community Complex.
Tonya Hyacinth, member of the Shelter Management Committee, said there are some necessities individuals must carry to these shelters. These include sleeping items and food for the first 72 hours.
We urge that you walk with food to cater for the first 72 hours to cover you and your family. That is critical. Water, of course, critical as well to ensure that you can cover yourself for the first 72 hours. Flashlights, batteries, radios, so you can continue to hear the updates as we go forward. Extra batteries, power banks for cell phones. We know that we live in an era where we cannot function without our cell phones, so ensure that you have a power bank that can keep those charged. Your first aid kits, books, games that you can keep the children occupied as well. Special medications if you have.
The parish of St. Andrew has 27 identified primary shelters and 7 secondary. The primary shelters include Mama Khan's Resource Center, Union Community Center, Maribor SDA Church, and Telescope Primary School. St. Patrick has 13 shelters, St. David 7, 10 shelters has been approved in the Sister Isles, 8 in Carriacou, and 2 in Petite Martinique. Prime Minister and Minister for National Security, Honorable Deacon Mitchell, says more investment will be made in the Royal Grenada Police Force for the next 50 years to give officers favorable working conditions and infrastructure to be more efficient. He was speaking during the church service at the Maribor Pentecostal Church on Sunday, held in commemoration of Police Week 2024. Prime Minister Mitchell said more needs to be done to show the men and women of the RGPF how invaluable their services are. This church service was held under the theme Honoring Grenada's Golden Jubilee, Our Journey.
What we see as difficulties should be seen as opportunities. So there is no doubt that over the last 50 years, we have underinvested, and in some instances not invested at all, in the physical amenities and infrastructure that our men and women have had to work in and serve from. So what does that present us with? It presents us with an opportunity for us to plan, modernize, and create the type of infrastructure that will serve our men and women for the next 50 years. Is the fact that a significant portion of the men and women of the RGPF under 5 years a problem? No. It is a wonderful opportunity for us to create the men and women of the RGPF for the next 50 years. Because just as society changes, so too what is policing, the nature, the type of officers that we need must change. And so we know we need greater emphasis on the use of technology, on the training of our men and women in deploying technology to enhance their ability to work and to make us safer.
Commissioner of Police Don McKenzie said Police Week is being held to foster camaraderie, organizational unity, and cohesiveness within the RGPF. After a 3-year hiatus due to the global pandemic, the Commissioner highlighted some of the organization's achievements and challenges over the years.
Along the way, we have lost persons like ASP Klein, Corporal Greenidge to the COVID virus, as well as others who succumb to various ailments. May their memories be a blessing to us, their loved ones, and all of those who have crossed their path. During this period, we have also made gains. It is now fair to say that 20% of our current workforce has less than 5 years service in the organization. While some may say it seems as a disadvantage, we have the view that the recruitment creates an excellent platform for providing our country's policing needs for the better part of the next 50 years of our independence. There have been increased demands placed on you for service by the public. Your response to these challenges have been remarkably positive. From breakthrough in solving our most recent murder investigation, to record levels of firearm and drug seizure, to adopting a proactive policing posture that allows for a more rapid response to public calls for service, your accomplishment has been extraordinary.
Pastor Joseph Rayburn encouraged the officers to remain faithful to the call of duty and serve with distinction.
Be faithful in carrying out your duties. Be faithful, policemen, in carrying out your duties. Well, let me say men and women. But when I said men, I'm also speaking, that's right. In the master's hand, that we finish well. And then we'll be crowned.
Several activities were held during the month of May leading up to Police Week, which will run from June 2nd to June 8th. This is the GIS Evening Report. The news will continue after the break.
The Royal Grenada Police Force and the National Disaster Management Agency remind all citizens that the Ministry of Agriculture, Lands, Forestry and Marine Resources has issued a no burning notice, which means that no one is allowed to light fires at any location throughout the state of Grenada. Engaging in setting of fires on any land under this act shall be liable to a fine of $500 or 3 months imprisonment. Please be vigilant and report any occurrences of fires as we aim to keep the nation safe during this severe dry season. Fires can cause millions of dollars in property damage and loss of lives. Let us all be responsible and play our part in minimizing wildfires as best as possible. Remember, it only takes one spark to ignite.
Welcome back. 62 senior and middle managers, nurses, and other health practitioners within the Ministries of Health, Mental Health, Wellness, and Religious Affairs have completed online courses in Leadership and Management in Health and Global Mental Health from the University of Washington. This certification forms part of the ministry's plans to build capacity to improve the services and operations of the health sector. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Health, Rhonda Jones, says the 11-week program focused on capacity building in leadership, strategic planning, empathy, and key habits to adopt when dealing with challenges within the sector.
Both of the courses, Leadership and Management in Health and the Global Mental Health Training Program, focused on passing on practical leadership and management skills to the participants. These skills are essential for working within a public healthcare environment. The courses aimed to improve the delivery of the quality of health services by strengthening participants' leadership and management skills. Participants were given the opportunity to interrogate and understand their leadership strengths and weaknesses. They also had the opportunity to engage in individual learning plans that would underpin and guide their professional development. Both programs allowed participants to approach management challenges in health settings with core knowledge of and skills in organizational management as the overarching guide.
During an award ceremony on Friday, two participants, Meryl Marichaux and nurse Rhonda Thompson, said the courses exceeded their expectations and look forward to using their new knowledge to impart change.
The Global Mental Health course turned out to be more than I imagined it would be. And with so many Ministry of Health administrators, officials, and other staff participating, my expectation is that this is the springboard for change in the mental health system. Those of us who work in the field of mental health here in Grenada understand the challenges that lie in the way of providing services to those who need, and many who need mental health care have experienced challenges in finding and accessing services that are outside of the Monge hospital system. The course was intense. It involved much reading, coursework, quizzes, and tests across each of the 10 modules which made up the program, and we also had site meetings. I look forward to us collectively reviving our mental health system for the betterment of ourselves, our children, our nation.
I am filled with a sense of gratitude and reflection upon completing a transformative leadership and management training. This journey has been nothing short of enlightening, challenging, and ultimately rewarding. Throughout this training, I have not only gained valuable insights into effective leadership strategies, but also delved deep into the essence of what it means to manage with empathy, integrity, and purpose. Completing this leadership and management training has been a transformative experience that has not only equipped me with tools and insight to lead effectively, but has also deepened my understanding of myself and others.
Minister for Mental Health, Wellness, and Religious Affairs, Honorable Delma Thomas, encouraged the awardees to use their skills to tackle challenges and make a difference within the sector.
The knowledge and skills you have acquired during this training are powerful tools. Use them to advocate for better health policies, improve mental health services, and lead with empathy and integrity. Your work is crucial to making a difference in the communities around you, around our tri-island state of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. This training program is of immense significance. Leadership and management in health and global mental health are critical to our collective efforts in building resilient health systems, advancing public health, and ensuring mental well-being for all. You are now better prepared to lead health initiatives and advocate for mental health at all levels.
Over 300 young people attended the 2024 job fair put on by the Division of Youth of the Ministry of Youth and Sports at the Grenville Car Park on Saturday. The hosting of job fairs for unemployed youth is another transformative initiative by government to create the enabling environment to encourage upskilling and gain knowledge of the various jobs that are available. Public Relations Officer Karine Maureen-Alexander has the details in this report.
With unemployment being a worldwide challenge among the youth, the Grenada Division of Youth has seen the 2024 job fair as an important avenue to give young people hope, helping them to become more aware of what's available on the job market and encourage them to become marketable for the jobs they want. One of the features of the job fair is the assistance in developing CV and resumes. Colin Perriman is a coordinator of youth. She explains why this is important.
We're operating on the building block approach, and we're just building on some of the trainings and some of the experience that our young people have, and just helping them to realize their full potential. Oftentimes, persons they apply for a job and they expect to be called for an interview, etc. But the first step is selling yourself on paper. And we felt that was important last year when we piloted the initiative. So we're continuing it this year because we've seen marked improvement with some of the persons by following them from last year to this year and seeing how they would have been able to create their CVs and their cover letters, some of them even landing jobs. And we want to have more young persons having that opportunity. So I think we're going to go ahead with that until we're able to reach everybody and have everybody have that opportunity to develop a CV that they can feel proud of when they're applying for a job.
Tell us how you feel about the other companies that's been supporting this initiative.
We are extremely grateful to have so many companies support this initiative today. I think we had over 16 organizations, whether it's training organizations, ministry affiliates. We had some of the financial institutions here, etc. We're extremely happy to have had all of them. We definitely, as I said, we are insatiable at the Division of Youth, so we wish we had more. So we are looking forward to more partnership in the future for similar initiative, and we're hoping that persons who were not able to make it out to this particular one, they would reach out to us, or when we reach out to them, they would be amenable to participating in future initiatives like this.
Some of the employers expressed that they were able to find the persons attending the job fair that possessed the necessary skills they were looking for and will soon be joining their organizations.
The young people that came out today, they are eager to start their career paths. They just need some guidance and some support. Sometimes, they might come to get a job, but sometimes they just need some sort of mentorship to help them, point them in the right direction of the type of courses they need to take, the type of training they need to take. But today it was an awesome opportunity, and I'm definitely looking forward to employing several of them.
So today we are here encouraging young persons to be a part of the Youth in Agriculture project. It's a project, 3-year project funded by the Caribbean Development Fund, and it's implemented by the Ministry of Agriculture. It's a project where young persons can have access to 3 areas, so they can have access to training, mentorship, they can have access to funding of loans and grants.
I think a lot of young people got information that they did not expect to get. I think they left here with a clearer picture on the steps that they need to take. So hopefully they would have listened to our advice and followed it, and they would get to where they want to go successfully.
Minister for Youth, Senator the Honorable Jonathan Lacrette, was present at the job fair and expressed how pleased he was with the turnout, both of the attendance of the young people and the number of businesses and companies that were present to conduct interviews and in some instances mentored and were engaged in steering the young people along the path to becoming employable. He had this further encouragement.
It's not going to be the first and it's not going to be the last job fair. Even though it's going to be an annual event, you always have other opportunities to ensure that you do your curriculum vitae, you do your CV, etc. And you put yourself out there and you make yourself marketable so that in the event that job opportunities arise, you are at the top of the employer's list. Yeah? I believe in perseverance, I believe in commitment and dedication, and as an individual you have to be dedicated and committed to wanting to achieve what you want. We are adults, we know that the world outside there is not easy. Sometimes it's survival of the fittest, sometimes it's in our local parlance, dog-eat-dog world. And in order for you to be able to survive, you have to have the tenacity and the fortitude to be able to push forward and really advance yourself in what you desire to achieve and you desire to accomplish at the end of the day. So I want our young people to be a little bit more courageous. The Bible says that the righteous are as bold as a lion, so we want them to be more bold, we want them to be more courageous, we want them to be more fearless in the pursuit of academic excellence.
The Division of Youth's Job Fair is expected to be an annual initiative. However, with the availability of companies willing to partner with the division is very much welcomed. I am Karen Maureen Alexander reporting.
This brings us to the end of the GIS Evening Report for Monday, June 3rd, 2024. I am Chrisanne Mitchell saying thank you for joining us.